recording? Okay, thank you. So, a very good evening to all of you. I welcome you all in the 198th meeting of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow and 90th meeting of Prayagraj Toastmasters Club. It's a joint meeting. So, let me just start by telling you our club mission, which is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, some general directions for online session. Please ensure that you are logged in with your correct name. It will help us identify you easily. Second, all the guests are requested to prefix guest before their name. It can be done by clicking the Participants tab to rename yourself. Third, know when your camera is on and avoid doing any activity that may distract the speaker. And please mute your microphone when other speakers are speaking to avoid background noises from interrupting the meeting. Fifth, avoid interjecting the speaker when he or she is delivering a speech, evaluation, or report. Sixth, refrain from speaking about sex, religion, and politics in a derogatory manner. And lastly, avoid conversation and chat publicly when someone is speaking, as it may distract the speaker. And at the end of every segment, please cast your ballot when the host displays the polls on the screen. And that's all for the guidelines of a Toastmasters meeting, an online Toastmasters meeting. Now I would like to hand over the stage our presiding officer for today's meeting, who is none other than Toastmaster Shobit from Prayagraj Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Shobit, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam President, at least till now, if the new EC has not been updated yet. But yes, thank you so much for taking it over and letting me be the president once again. I really appreciate the understanding in that matter. Also, I am very happy to see that we have been able to gather numbers. We have people from various clubs, and that's the beauty of this online venture, that it is already a joint venture between two clubs, but even other club members are also joining in. So that is a very positive sign for us. Um, I may or may not be really well versed with the number of people here who belong to either clubs. I know a lot of people of Prayagraj. I think I'm the only one from Prayagraj right now. Others I know is Master Archita and Akshat, Jatin. These are all from TMCL. And Tejashvi, if I'm not wrong, you're from LTMC, right?
Yes, sir. I am
Yeah.
from
So,
LTMC, but right now I'm in my hometown. That's why
right.
I have
So
joined
you're
for.
joining in. I remember from the last meetings you were there. Okay. And we have Asankhya as well. Tanmay is from Meerut Toastmasters. So I welcome you, Tanmay, as well. And yes, and Shashank. Yes, Shashank. I suppose if you could confirm, Shashank, if you are the guest from Prayagraj. Okay. I suppose he might not be able to unmute and speak. But Tejasvi, how are you feeling joining these online sessions as compared to your offline bits there? But how are you feeling with these sessions now?
Actually, when the first time I have met Toastmaster Asankhya, I remember that time I was feeling like that I am very much introvert, and first time when I come to a stage as table topics, I feel little nervous, but after some times and I have performed 2 or 3 teamwork roles that really boost my confidence. And right now I'm feeling good because I am right now able to speak in public. I have spoken in my class for some times presentation and there I have performed well. And
Nice.
I think it will improve me in future. Right now I am preparing for my defense exams, and that's why I have taken this platform, and I think that this is quite helpful.
Very nice. Very nice. Great. And we should wish you all the best for that. Very quickly checking on if Asankhya or Tanmay, if you are there, you're still technically our guest, but very well versed Toastmasters. But any words here? I think Asankhya has not even joined with the audio. He's probably the tech guy. Okay, cool. I don't see people responding to that. So we will move ahead with the meeting. And today, The person whom we have as a TMOD is a jolly good person. I have had the pleasure of hosting him at home, and we had a jolly good time. He is somebody who has a lots of corporate experience, yet at the same time, he knows the nuances for the relationships, how to manage them as well. A very well rounded individual, and somebody who would take you on a pleasure ride today, a joy ride today. I'd like to hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Akshat Pandey from TMCL. Over to you, Toastmaster Akshat, and wish you all the best. A big round of applause for him.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shobit, for such a delightful and wonderful introduction. And I'm quite happy to be the T-Mod once again. And let me just begin by asking a few of you, like, have you had the opportunity to look at the flyer? Anyone who would like to just comment on what the flyer was about, and like what do you think this could be? What do you think this could be about, this today's session? Yes, I can see Toastmaster Archita raise her hand.
Yes, I've seen the flyer, and the theme is something about building together. I'm not sure what exactly we are going to build, but there's something we need to build. Yeah.
Mhm. True. So if you remember, if all of you remember or recollect the flyer, in that flyer, the title is Let's Build Together. What we are going to build we'll be seeing shortly, but basically it's about some bit of collaboration, some bit of team building that I'm keen on for today's session. And if you see at all the small logos and yeah, the imagery that has been used in the logo, in the flyer, you would see that there is a lot of team building activity that we are talking about, right? So that's what we are going to do for today. And what before I discuss what the problem statement is going to be, I would straight away say that, I'm looking at creating teams from amongst people in this group, preferably a team comprising 3 people. And so looking at the count of people right now, there are 10 people, including me. So there are exactly 9 people excluding me. Uh, Even if people are in respective roles, it would be great if all of us can participate. And so we'll be creating teams of 3 people each. And then these people would be sent to a breakout room wherein they are going to work on a problem statement. And then there's a time allocated for this problem. 10 minutes is what I'm looking at. So every team goes into the meeting room, works on a problem for 10 minutes, and then the tech master would pull them back into the main room. After that, we'll be proceeding with prepared speeches. Now, the output of the activity that was done in the meeting room would be discussed after the prepared speeches section is done for today. And the output has to be presented to all of us, and one team at a time would start presenting. In the presentation, every team would get 5 minutes to present. While I don't, I did not decide on a judge, because we are less on number, but it would be great if someone could volunteer to be a judge, just to give some bit of recommendation to this entire project. It need not be one specific person, but probably people can volunteer. So Shobit can volunteer. Shobit also needs to participate. So we'll see in the end who is having more bandwidth to talk about the proceedings of today. But great to have one person talk about it. But people in general can speak about what about the topic. All right. And let me just check it. Okay, fine. All right. So what is the topic for today? Before I tell you the topic, let me just demonstrate to you how exactly you are going to work on it. All right. So let me just do a screen share. Just give me a second. Any questions so far while I'm doing a screen share? Any questions that come to your mind? If not, then I'll proceed.
Akshat,
So
my
the
questions
entire
will come only once we see the demo. What is it all about? When we get those,
Okay.
then we might have
Uh,
questions.
right. All right, sure. All right. So, okay, I'll disclose it to all of you. Even if your cameras are not open, you can definitely work in the breakout rooms. No need to switch on your camera. But what I'm looking very keen on is that as a group of 3 members, all of you would be actively participating in whatever capacity you can. And the entire idea is that everyone in the team gets a chance to participate. That's the bottom line. All right, so I'm gonna present my screen. Let me know once it is visible to you. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it's visible. Jai, Viru, and Basanti.
Yes, so this is a hypothetical team of 3 people, Jay, Viru, and Basanti. And what you have to do is, as a team, you have to prepare a pitch about a topic. Pitch, I believe all of you would understand. So pitch is basically your reasoning for presenting something. If you are working on a business plan, a business pitch would mean that you want the investors to fund your business. So that's the pitch. So in this case, what I have done is I have chosen a hypothetical yoga school that I want to establish. And for that, assume that there are 3 members who are going to work on this pitch. So I plan to prepare, okay, what is the problem that I'm looking at? What is the spark because of which I want to create a yoga school? Is that I feel that in this world, people are constantly rushing, and there is a need to have a yoga school so that people can chill and relax. Right? So that's my problem statement or spark. So similarly, the problem that is given to you, you need to find out what is your urge to do that and what is the spark behind it. All right. Then you also need to answer a few questions. The concept behind the, for instance, in this case of a yoga school, the concept behind the school, the name of the school, my yoga school would be called Antaratma, the inner soul. The location of that yoga school would be in Auroville, Tamil Nadu. Why did I choose Auroville, Tamil Nadu? Is because I feel Tamil Nadu is a great place, and Auroville is already a very established yoga. It's a very friendly, what you call spiritual place. Some of you who have been to Auroville would know that. Why this location? Because it is peaceful, it is meaningful. And what is my target audience to create this yoga class? Yoga classes because I want to target urban professionals and beginners and newcomers. So I am creating a concept of a yoga school with these attributes. All right. What would be the courses offered in my yoga school? There would be a beginner's plan. The monthly fee would be rupees 300. And what is that program all about? I have mentioned it in the description. Similarly, I have a course in which I'll be taking people to trekking in the Himalayas. The name of the program is Trekking Heals, and it is for people who want to heal themselves through trekking. The cost is 5,000. Right? What is the unique experience that I'm offering through this yoga school? I mean, I've seen so many yoga schools, so many meditation retreats. In my school, it would be only about small batches. It would only have a batch of 2 to 3 people or 4 people. All right, there would be a deep guidance and no one gets lost in the crowd. So that's my unique experience that I'm going to provide. And what is the, initially when I set up this yoga school, what is the promotion campaign that I'm going to do? I'm going to create reels on Instagram, just that people come to know about that there is a yoga school. And the first class in that yoga school would be free of cost. So this is my promotional activity that I'm going to do. And what is the tagline of my yoga school? Return to you. That's my tagline. Just like Nike has just do it. So this is the tagline for my yoga school. And finally, And finally, there is a pitch that I'm going to speak about to everyone. And I'll say, welcome to Antaratma, the inner soul. In a world that glorifies hustle, people are quietly burning out. We created a space where slowing down becomes sacred. This isn't commercial yoga, no mirrors, no pressure, just pure presence. Because peace isn't something about something that you achieve, it's something that you remember. So this is my pitch. So this is the activity, the demo activity that I have shown to you. Any questions so far?
I think for me, it's clear. It's a very complete pitch right from the inception of the idea and how you want to brand it and how you want to pitch it. So, yeah, I'm okay with it.
Perfect, perfect, right? And the idea is in the pitch, if you would see, there are 3 sections. So if it's a team of 3, I want everyone to write. Someone can pick up the starting, someone can pick up the body, and someone can pick up the conclusion. So so this is the slide that you would prepare in the first 10 minutes. You will definitely discuss internally in the team. And then after the prepared speeches section, you go about presenting these slides from slide 1 till the pitch. You decide how you want to break up presenting, but you have to present all the slides. And this has to be done in exactly 5 minutes. You don't have the luxury like the team odd who can go on speaking. You have to speak only for 5 minutes per team. All right, so this is the activity that we are going to do inside breakout rooms. With this, I can stop sharing. Any questions? People who are not on camera, any questions? Shashank, Tanmay, Kushagra.
One guys, just unmute and just respond, yeah, because it's a team activity. You'll have to respond. I'll be in camera in just 1 minute. Yeah. Yes, Tanmay.
Uh, Hi, Toastmaster Akshat. I loved the
Yes.
concept, the way you described your dream school, and I just wanted to know if you can like reiterate or explain more about the marketing campaign as to how will you market it in a more better way.
So, considering the scope of this activity, the scope of the activity is very limited to just 10 minutes or so, right? So we are not looking at go-to-market or the marketing initiatives that we are going to work on. This is just a simple activity in which, you have to create the initial concept. Now, how you would market, what sort of funding you would require, how would you pitch it to investors, that's beyond the scope of this activity.
All right.
Is that fine? It's basically about the initial concept and just some bit of brainstorming and team building together.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So hello, Toastmaster Smita. Good to have you here. So I believe that you may have missed out on the TMOD topic for today. Just to reiterate, today we are going to work as a team of 3 people. So we'll be creating teams of 3 people who will be sent into breakout rooms wherein they have to work on a slide, which is basically about a business pitch. And all the teams would be working on a business pitch, very mini activity of 10 minutes. And then they come back and they present it in the second half as a business pitch. So that's the thing. I explained to them about a yoga school that I want to open, and I demoed my yoga school using slides. But for people out here, it's not about yoga school. It's a completely different topic that I'm gonna give to everyone. So can I have the tech master divide people into groups of 3 so that we can go to this activity?
Should we go to breakout rooms now? Yeah, got the message. Hi, Toastmaster Alex. How are you?
Yes,
Hello, everyone. I
Hello.
think everyone is back. No one is in breakout room, and everyone got to do the activity. So I hope it was an enriching experience. How was the experience overall? Like, did you? I hope it was not monotonous all the way. There was some bit of enthusiasm, some bit of team building. Toastmaster Smita, how was your experience?
Well, I stated a real problem and got motivated enough to open up that restaurant.
Great, great. I think while this was a timed activity, it's only when you actually execute you realize that it's not 10 minutes anymore. Everyone took their own sweet time. But glad that everyone to complete this activity. Now, in the interest of time, the next section is the prepared speeches section. But some of the Toastmasters mentioned that they need to like Kushag needs to leave early. So is it fine if we do the presentation part first and then go on to prepared speeches, because there are two speeches, so that can be accommodated later, right? So let's do the presentation, the actual presentation. So we have three teams. Toastmaster Archita is raising her hand. Is there something you want to say? Oh no, that's fine. I was mistaken. Okay, so we will do the presentation. One team at a time for 5 minutes. Do we have a timer somewhere? Can someone just time the presentations for 5 minutes?
Yes, I can do.
You can do, right? So in your case, when you are presenting, someone else can do. So let's time it for 5 minutes. And what else did I want to say? All right, so let's go ahead with the presentation. Is Toastmaster, yes, Toastmaster Bala, I think you joined this presentation a bit late, so you missed out on the activity that was being done today. Can I request you to take up a role? And the role is basically that of a judge. Just as these teams are gonna present their pitch, you can have your point of view once all the teams have completed. So there are no parameters to judge per se. It was just one event, one experiment for today. So it could be all about commendations and how you felt about the entire all the presentations, and just whether you found that team building or that team harmony being displayed while the team's present. That's the only expectation. Is that fine with you?
It is fine with me, but I think when I joined, I was put into a team which Jatin and Archita are part of. So I am not sure if there'll be a conflict of interest if I judge others as well.
As a team out, I give you that freedom. I don't think there would be a conflict of interest. You can disassociate yourself from that team, and just a general commentary on the proceedings would be fine. All right. So with that, I would like to call on stage Toastmaster Kushagra and Toastmaster Tejaswi, who are part of Team B, to present uh, uh, their slides. One of you can do the screen share, Kushagra, if you want, and then you can go ahead. And Archita, you can just time the presentation.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshat, first of all, for accommodating our presentation, and thanks everyone for agreeing to it. This topic was very interesting for us because this topic revolves in little bit brainstorming and creating, assimilating our fantasies into some project. So I and Toastmaster Tejashvi were quite excited when we were given a project on opening a restaurant. So I will quickly share my screen and just give me a thumbs up if you guys can see my screen already. Okay, thank you. Don't go with the slides and wording, it looks a little bit ugly. So when we were given a concept of opening a restaurant, imagine a situation, you are in Lucknow and you wanted to try something. You wanted to try it out, the specialties of Lucknow. Where you will go? In a city like Lucknow, where you have restaurants like Tunde Kebab, New Tunde Kebab, Original Tunde Kebab, and Hum Hai Tunde Kebab. You will always gets confused. Hey, everybody is selling Tunde Kebab, but where is the right Tunde Kebab? Who is the right person where I can get an authentic food? And this is where we come up with a concept, because the restaurants are serving food, but we will going to serve an experience. So we are presenting you a restaurant called Hawa Mahal. This restaurant will gives you an adrenaline experience of dining and getting high on a high. So you will not just go high, get high on this restaurant, but you will go on a high and get high. So in this restaurant, what we are basically solving is, our problem is that we in Lucknow, we have a plethora of crowded restaurants. And in the restaurants are often compact. We are missing fresh air in the restaurant. So this Hawa Mahal restaurant will give you a kind of a fresh air. And with this restaurant, what we are doing is we are going up to certain heights, and we like imagine you are going in an amusement park and you are hanging and having a food. So that kind of experience we are we are looking forward to give you. So we would like you to go away from the list of crowded restaurants and get a list of fresh air. What we also miss is we have lot of youngsters and lot of colleges coming up in Lucknow. We are missing an adrenaline rush because there are not so many amusement parks in Lucknow. So what we are serving also is serving food with adrenaline rush. That is why we are calling our restaurant is getting high on a high. Then the name of the restaurant, as easily as it could sound, it will be called as Hawa Mahal. The location was a difficult one. I and Toastmaster Tejashvi, we were discussing where the restaurant should be. So our concept was, since we wanted to give fresh air and adrenaline rush, so the Gomti Nagar riverfront was an obvious choice for us. So this would be the location of the restaurant. Why this location? Because this location does not only gives you a free a fresh air and also a panoramic view, but this also gives this location will also gives where we will not have lot of crowd in between. We will go away from the crowd, and we could enjoy the panoramic view in a silence. The target audience, as the name and experience outs, it will be for Gen Zs, it will be for couples, and it will be for the business corporates. I would let detailing to be presented, and I will hand over to Toastmaster Tejashvi. He can let you know the detailing on the menu and the pricing. Toastmaster Tejashvi.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Kush. Good afternoon, everyone. As Toastmaster Kush had already tell about our restaurant, it is good because it is better than others, because we think from foods we also give you a kind of adrenaline rush, which is, I think, really what call exceptional experience for the youngsters. And when we talk about our menu and our pricing, it is affordable for any kinds of persons, and It is quietly designed so that youngsters or one who is preparing for an exams or college students can come to this restaurant. And if you talk about our menu, we have cocktails, mocktails, and we have very extraordinary kinds of French fries, which is just only of 150. And after that, we also provide soft drinks, cold drinks, and we also provide a unique kind of what not that we also provide two different kinds of biryani. First is Lucknowi and second is Muradabadi biryani. And our handi mutton is of from Champaran. We have I think you all have heard about Champaran handi mutton. We also serve this. And when we talk about our next part, that is unique experience. Actually, when you come to this restaurant, it is high in the air and you will get a different kind of experience, that is adrenaline rush. Uh, Me as a youngster, I have noticed that I like to move to roller coasters or any other kinds of jhula because it gives a adrenaline rush and we feel some kind different than what we are feeling in every day, like waking up or eating food and moving to our work, and from these things we are feeling quite a different thing. This is adrenaline rush with serving with foods. This is quite unique experience. After that, we also provide a provider, when you buy two kinds of food, we give you one free during our happy hours. Like at the time of evening, when you will come to our restaurant, we will provide one food free with two of us. And after that, I will next call to one more time my teammate, that is Toastmaster Kush, for further explanation.
Thank you so much. So, in summary, in a city where plethora of restaurants serving dishes, we serve experience. We wanted to amuse yourself with food. We wanted to give you an experience. And the ice on the cake is Italian wine right behind your heart. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Akshat.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kushagra and Toastmaster Tejasvi, for such a brilliant idea. And one thing I can say for sure is that your concept, if implemented in the heart of Lucknow in Gomti Nagar, would give a tough fight to Hawa Mahal of Jaipur. So I'm pretty sure that, I'm going to work, I'm ready to execute this idea. I'll get back to you, understand more in detail, and definitely I feel that adrenaline rush. So thanks a lot. That was a wonderful presentation. So well done by both of you. With this, I would move on to the next team. And before I move on to the next team, in Canva, you can put your slides in presentation mode if that is more convenient to you, or else you can do it the way Kushagra and Tejasvi did. Right. So with that, because Archita is the timer, so I'll bring in the other team so that Archita can time it, and then So the next team is Team C.
Yeah. Could
right,
you
so
help us with the presentation, Akshat? Because I think both of us have logged in through a mobile. So if you can do the presentation bit for us.
Okay. So you are Team C, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, correct.
All right, just a second.
And do help us out with one thing, Toastmaster Akshat. How do we see the timing? Is Archita showing timer cards?
Yes.
I'll put myself in a gallery mode then to be able to see her better.
But then you'll not be able to see what's written on the screen.
Okay, so Archita, may I request you to please put your virtual hand up so that your window is the first on the screen?
Yes. Is it visible?
Yes. And are you showing 3 minutes green, 4 minutes yellow, 5 minutes red? Is that what you're showing?
Red at 5.
Directly red at 5.
Green and 4 yellow and then red.
At 4 minutes, you're showing the green card, and at 5 minutes, you're showing the red card.
Yes.
Understood. Great.
All right. Is my screen visible?
Not yet. We are waiting. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Techmaster, may I request you to put me as well as my partner, Toastmaster Shobit Single, both on spotlight together.
All right, please proceed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hello,
you can begin now.
everyone. So hello, everyone. Welcome. Okay, thank you so much for that. Welcome to our presentation, and we are presenting something to you that will blow your mind. I want you to imagine a place where meal meets masterpiece. So we are presenting you a cafe that's more of a masterpiece, where it's a cafe where it's not just food that we are serving, but your appetite is going to find flavors and colors that are just beyond the ordinary. Here we are presenting bold flavors, vibrant colors, music, book reading, all of it together, a whole lot of soulful vibes for the young, something that's missing in this place. And this place that we are talking to you about is none other than your very own Devlali. So, may I request the tech master to please change the slides so that people can know. We are presenting, when I say we, it's me and Toastmaster Shobit Single together who are going to partner in and create this place for you. So this place as such, Devlali, it's an old British cantonment. And here the streets resemble the aura of what they had 30 years back or 50 years back. So that old world charm stays and people come to witness it. But people who stay here and the youngsters who are posted here in this military camp, they get tired to see just living that day after day, and they crave for a place to go out to. So it doesn't have a modern cafe, and we have brought together something that will give these people a kind of experience that the youngsters of today, it will take them away and it will give them a digital and a hedonic life detox. So that is what our palette and platter cafe is all about, where you just don't eat, you create, you connect, and you color outside the lines. To tell you more about what's in the menu, what all can you do to actually experience it firsthand, is going to be told to you by my partner, Toastmaster Shobit. Over to you, Shobit.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Smita. Let's move on to the next slide, Techmaster or the TMOD. Yes, as the name has already been exposed to you, it's palette and platter. The idea that goes behind is that when you think of the palette, it's not just the palette on your tongue, but the palette in your mind, your heart, and soul. So you get something for your palate. And to top it all, there will be a platter to savor as well. So yeah, your buds won't go unnoticed. The location, as ma'am mentioned, is Devlali. It's near Nasik, very close to Nasik. In fact, an offshoot of Nasik itself. So it's an off-city limit. It's something which people can break away from. Now, consider it, since a lot of people are here are from Lucknow, so consider a ride from Prayagraj to Kanpur, or maybe a little bit more to 5 hours of a journey, 3 to 4 hours of journey from Mumbai as well, right? So there is this big defense cantonment in Nasik, which craves for these kind of experiences. Either they have to rush to Mumbai to experience the high-end cuisines and delicacies, or they might just want to wander around helplessly in the sceneries. So creating a blend for them as well as those who are living in the hustle bustle of a city called Mumbai, and they want to just step out over the weekend and not go away too far away. Lonavala is all. Uh, I would say it's totally to the brim now. It's all saturated, so they need something more, and they will need to go beyond Lonavala. So Devlali is the new destination for them. We welcome across age groups. We welcome youngsters, students, but yes, the focus is more towards the early jobbers and the young students, because that's where the whole idea of the weekend getaways come into the picture. And like we said, the detox is something which is heavily required to this target audience. So we have that in mind while designing this place for them. Moving on, can you move to the next slide, please? Yeah. Okay. So here's the idea. I mean, if you think of it and as a retreat now, and think of it this way, this is not. Although you can come in and just walk in and have a la carte order done, but the vision is to have group retreat kind of a situation. We all have been through that phase in college or during work where we have 3 to 4 people who can join in together, maybe 4 to 5 people, but they don't really know where to go. And especially for people in Delhi NCR going to Rishikesh and all this, Dehraduns and Haridwar is all packed up. Similar is the case for Lonavala near Mumbai. So it's a group outing here. That's where you get the real detox. And the platters that we're talking of are the Chinese and the Italians and the dessert combos you can come and savor. There are a lot of options. You can do your own pick in these platters. For example, for Chinese platters, you can have spring rolls with chow meins and Manchurian, or you can, replace it with a fried rice. All in all, a very pocket-friendly offering within the range of 200 to 250 rupees. Um, for family members, we do have the regular thalis and the regular a la carte vegetables and your paneers and dals. But the standouts are these platters, which are minimum 5 packs. So the rate is applicable when we have a booking of minimum 5 people coming in. So that's where your economical advantage lies as well. Right. So come in groups, come in hordes, enjoy yourselves, and have a hearty meal as well. Moving on to the next one, please. Yeah. So, in terms of the unique experience, I think that's something which has already been fleshed out very, very much in detail. The serenity, the greenery, the food, and the kind of thing which was really missing out there. With all this natural resources that you have at your disposal, but you're not able to make some good offering from it. We tried to get that, and that's what we believe in. When you are here, you are one bite closer to heaven and one moment closer to self. Moving on to the last slide, which may not be seen, which is not needed to be shown. It's more like a pitch. We don't write anything more here. We've already discussed and divulged our idea. We've shown you our vision, and a lot of you might be thinking of close or close alternatives like your Rishikesh's, and like I was vending Lonavalas and stuff. But yes, this is newer. This is fresher, and this is the thing that everyone would talk of in town once we are on the launch pad. So go ahead and you know join with us, and you see that it's not just the hearts that we will fill, but your pockets as well. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster
Thanks a
Akshat.
lot. Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Smita and Toastmaster Shobit, for such a wonderful presentation. It seems that a lot of thinking has gone into conceptualizing this. And I was basically focusing on your menu. And with a Chinese platter and an Italian platter, at least you have your first customer, that is me. So I'm ready to come to your place because, Chinese and Italian both are dishes of my choice. And with the platter, I can just think of so many options in Chinese and Italian. So thanks a lot. That was a great take. I mean, somehow, this is just the start, but I feel that, eventually we could even replace sitcoms like Shark Tanks, right? So it's quite a possibility. So thanks a lot. And with this, we move on to the last team for today, Team A, I believe. And to time Team A, can someone volunteer to be the timer for?
I'll do that. You need
All right.
3, 4, and 5, right? Green 3, yellow at 4, and red at 5. I'll do that.
Ma'am, 4 and 5. 4 green and 5 red. That's it.
So Archit had used yellow card also, so I'm wondering.
Yes, you did. Okay, then I understood wrong. Then that's okay. That's okay. Okay.
Let me know when to begin.
All right. So do you want me to share the slides for you, or would you be comfortable sharing it yourself? Team A?
I can share the slides. No problem.
All right, great.
Let me know when to begin the time.
Only thing that I need help with is if somebody can tell me where the presentation mode is in Canva.
The below top right, which has a double arrow.
Which one?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. Yes, this one.
Okay. Cool.
Does this
Thank you.
have the thing for you?
Yeah. Okay, this now I need to share again because I need to specifically share that screen where it's presenting. And now I have to find, is this visible?
Yes, it is.
Cool. So I would think we would have to start Smitaji's timing. So we'll have to ask Bala to start and then Smitaji can start timing.
Thank you, firstly, for giving us this opportunity for coming up with an innovative idea. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to present to you something that is indeed delicious and always delightful. I request to move to the next slide so that I would just. The problem that we had was to fill in the gap between the taste, hygiene, the affordability with personal cooking experience. Who doesn't like the personal cooking experience? Why do you want to just go and have something where you are not really comfortable in? I would always want that to have that personal cooking experience, and that would be our USP. We can move.
Yeah. I would now hand over the next slide to Anup.
Okay, so predominantly when we're thinking about this, what kind of restaurant and what should be the name, where it should be located. So we started with the basic thought as Bala explained. If people are tired of with the bland takeouts or spicy restaurant food, so this problem exists predominantly with your SECB, SECC, if I had to talk in technical terms. Otherwise, it is aspirational middle class and working population, which is there. They're facing these kind of challenges. And what a better place than to Delhi, where you have a lot of working crowd, lot of crowd, which is in an age group of 20 to 40, facing this kind of a challenge where they had to visit a lot of restaurant with over spicy food. So we wanted to give a personalization. So we opted a location as Delhi. And then in order to choose a name, we thought of Gharana because it also represents a community where you can also share your experiences, your uniqueness. So this restaurant will give you an opportunity where you can come and celebrate your taste buds in a way, the kind of spices, the kind of recipe you want to taste. So this gives that kind of personalization, and Gharana also gives you that kind of vibe that it is my community and my kind of food, my kind of style. So location would be Delhi, and target audience would be people working class between 20 to 40 age group, predominantly. And in terms of income group, it would be middle class and slightly upper middle class kind of a income group. Yeah, we can move to next slide.
Archita would explain the menu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jatin. So, as Anup already explained, that we have opened a restaurant in Delhi, and we have created a place in Delhi where you can enjoy tasty food from different parts of India, all of it at one place. Along with that, you can experience and enjoy cooking. So, our very first dish, which is Mysore masala dosa, it is a perfect, it is a perfect dish when you are really hungry and want something light and tasty along with easy to cook. Just spread the batter on the pan and potato and add the potato and spicy chutney and cook till it is crispy. And this price for only rupees 199. Next, we have something very exciting, the paneer shashlik sizzler. Very easy to make. Just marinate the paneer and veggies, grill them on the griller and serve with sauteed noodles with some spicy red chili sauce on hot sizzler plate. This is only gonna cost you for rupees 249. And lastly, because we are in Delhi, we have our all-time favorite chole bhature. The fluffy bhature served with spicy chole, onions, and pickle. And it is very easy to make as well. Just prepare the boiled chickpeas, just and fry the bhature and serve hot. And again, this is for 299 rupees. And overall, if you are looking for delicious, affordable, hygienic, and fun food, do visit us. We promise you great taste, warm vibes, and a happy cooking experience. With this, I would like to hand over the stage to the next uh,
Tanmay.
member, Toastmaster Tan. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Archita and Toastmaster Jatin. I'd like to proceed with the unique experience that Gharana offers to all of you. Here at Gharana, you get the opportunity to work along with chefs to create the food of your choice. So, as stated, the dishes that were previously explained, you get to cook them along with the chefs in the house and create them and learn them in exchange. So, when you go out of the place, you not only learn the recipe, but also experience how to make it. Proceeding further, the promotion campaign that we have decided for those, um, we'll be collaborating with influencers on Instagram, popular food influencers, and those influencers will work together with chefs to create dishes of their choice or the most popular items in our menu. And we'll be presenting one reel per day. We'll be sharing as well as publishing one reel across all platforms every day. And the tagline for our uh, unique dining experience Gharana is Aapki Pasand, Aapka Swad, Aapke Haath. Thank you so much. And now I'd like to call the next person for the next slide. Over to you,
Thank you, Tanmay
Toastmaster
and
Jatin.
team, for explaining our concept in such detail, so which makes the job so much easier for me. But let me still go ahead with the problem statement, which is that in this era of 10-minute food deliveries, where you have Zomato and Swiggy landing you at your doorstep with whatever you may ask for, but you don't know how it is prepared, what situation it is prepared in, what environment, what content does it have, what is the quality of content it's being used, and how clean is hygienic is the environment. You people within this busy life, especially in the hustle bustle for metro city, have forgotten how to go about. Excuse me. Toastmaster Kumar, DTM Kumar is calling me, but anyways, they have forgotten how to go about eat, cooking. So let's why not use a place where to cook again, where cooking becomes really cool? You can cook in your with your own hands, learn to cook, and then experience the magic along with your fellow learners in a place where very hygienic, very collaborative, where there are really talented chefs that help you understand how things are done quickly and yet without compromising the quality or hygiene. So come to a place where people come for the food of their own taste and experience of a lively kitchen, whether it be your mother's kitchen or of a joint family. But when you come here, you get the food you cook the food of your own hands. You also get to taste the chef's cooking as well, while you leave not only with the taste but also with the skills that you can live with forever. That being said, over to table Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Team A. That was a great presentation. And for once, I noticed that when you were talking about the menu items, you had a detailed description of each of the menu items on display. So that was extremely good to see. And also at the same time, I can see that all these three teams have been focusing on different perspectives. So on one side, we saw the earlier teams talk about getting the adrenaline rush. We see one team talking about the location and the quietude of the place, and the last team talking about that, let's make cooking cool once again. So all in all, a great initiative. And also I thank all the teams for being very flexible when it came to including more team members in their gamut, right? So that's great to see, because I can see that the last team had almost 4 to 5 members, while initially the plan was to just have 3 members. And also at the same time, some of the teams were understaffed, and yet they did a commendable job of completing the presentation. So with that, we come to the closure of this team activity. I believe that this was an enriching experience for all of you. And with this, Toastmaster Bala, would you like to be a judge and just give you a general commentary for all the teams involved, and whatever you liked about the presentation for all the teams?
Sure, I'll do that. So I'll go in the same order instead of ABC. I'll go with, I believe, Team B first, which was Kushag's team. I really loved that opening from that team they had, and also that statement which he made, like, we are getting confused, Tunde Kebab, or should I go to New Tunde Kebab? It was, they explained that why they had chosen a simple name and why that location, which was, and the name was Hawa Mahal. Finally, they concluded with that statement saying that we serve experience, which was wonderful. Only things I would request them to ponder is, they talked about that Hawa Mahal experience, but how do I get there? Would I be going up, say, in a kind of lift or something? How do I get that experience is what I really wanted to know. Menu could have been a bit segregated. The menu was not really segregated at that point. That is the only 2 points I have for Team A. Sorry, Team B. And for Team C, meal meets masterpiece. That was a hook that you used, and you really started off really well. They explained the name, the palette, and the platter, which was wonderful. One bite closer to heaven, one bite, one moment to self. It was really captivating. While all the teams have taken over 5 minutes, I would say that in your case, you took too much time for the initial slides. That is what I would say. And probably you could have focused more on the pitch. The platters could have been detailed. Like, what is a Chinese platter? Inside a Chinese platter or an Italian platter, what do I get? If you could have put 2, 3 bullet points or 4, 5 bullet points, that would have been better. Coming to my team, and don't say that I'm being partial to my team. I already had said that it is not my responsibility. So I really loved the way this target audience was mentioned in this team, that from teens to the 60s. They had, I would say, out of the 3 teams, the best menu and the pricing card. All the menu items were detailed out, and the price, and even the person who explained it had explained it very well. They even came to the differentiator, that is that you get to cook with a dish along with the chef. That is the differentiator they had. And what I loved the most was the conclusion, where you connect your conclusion with the problem statement. That is what they did very well. Only thing, one is the opening speaker, that is Toastmaster Bala, was not really prepared. That is one thing I noticed. Second, I was wondering when I saw the menu, why should chole bhature be more expensive than the paneer tikka kind of thing? That is one thing I was wondering. Probably the pricing could have been there. So it's all about 4 things when you do a sales pitch. It's about the place, the price, promotion, and product. I believe all the people did that. I feel that they have done a great job, all the teams. Kudos to everyone. Toastmaster Akshat, back to you.
I think he has gone to refill his tea or coffee. It's on the burner right now.
No,
The
it's not
ritual.
on the burner, but I have a Flipkart guy who is here to deliver. Would know of it. Flipkart likes to unbox right at the gate. They would unbox the item, so I'm just helping him unbox. But I would like to bring in some more of you to just talk about how you felt about the different teams. So Toastmaster Shobit, if you can do a commentary for not your team but the other teams, like what you felt about them, what you liked about their presentations.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I really wonder about is the fact that how are people able to like type in so much little time? Because I was not able to do that. The detailing of the dishes and the whole pitch was something which sort of got left out by us. So yeah, I mean kudos. Where I think the teamwork also helps because that's where one person should be typing, others are ideating. So yeah, that was the case. In our case, it was the two of us. So yeah, and secondly, I was not on laptop in our defense. So I was managing the sharing of the screens with my phone itself. But then, nevertheless, these are all excuses. The whole point is that this exercise in itself is something which gives us a lot of perspective in terms of not just the opening of a restaurant. It's just about for anything in life you wanna put yourself out there and make somebody else listen to you. There has to be these approaches where you make sense and in terms of what you have to offer, be it a professional deal or you're trying to convince somebody in your relatives or in your family. You need to have these kind of pitching skills, and obviously the price and menu is something which will not be there, but the whole idea of connecting the dots and are we saying the right thing to the right audience is something which does come in. So yeah, it was a very thoughtful exercise, and I think both the teams did exceptionally well. You can hang up in the air, you can cook your own food, or you can just be in the nature and have food. None of them focused on food but the experiences around it. So yeah, that's the deal right now. That's how work functions in the world of marketing. The product is not the case, it's the experience that sells. So definitely everybody is on their toes with respect to that. Yes, over to you, Toastmaster Akshat.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shobit, and these inputs coming from you because you have been part of the corporate and your own professional experience. So your validation of this entire exercise is kind of an appraisal for us. So I'm very happy that you have such great things to talk about. And anyone else who would like to talk about today's experience? Anu, would you like to just comment on how you felt about this entire experience?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think, I mean, within a limited time, all the teams have come across with the kind of detailing what they came across. That was pitch perfect. I mean, that is best what you can do within this kind of stipulated time. And I think best part was people could accommodate and take each other's idea within the group and close this well on time. So that was very nice. And all three concepts are very unique and different. I mean, whether it is personalization, whether it is the Hawa Mahal or the second one. So all the concepts are very, very unique, and as I think Shobit rightly mentioned, it is more about experiences nowadays, and so everyone is trying to build on that rather than product. So that is there. That's a reality. Yes.
Excellent. So I thank all of you. I mean, it's a range of experience when it comes to people in Toastmasters. So on one side, we have highly experienced people like Toastmaster Smita, Toastmaster Shobit, Toastmaster Jatin, and we have new kids on the block like Toastmaster Archita and a few more. So it's great to see all of you coming together and collaborating on this activity. The takeaway for me is that what is there on paper and what gets executed on ground is hugely different. That's what I felt today. Because when I was doing a dry run yesterday of this activity, I was discussing with Toastmaster Smita. We had budgeted just 35 minutes for this activity. And look, we have consumed the entire duration of Toastmasters in doing this one activity. But I think execution matters. And this I remember from my previous boss that, ideas are great, but unless you get them executed, you would never come to know how cool or how difficult an idea is. But I'm quite happy that all of us came together and collaborated on this activity. With this, we have come to the end of the TMOT session. Now there is a section of prepared speeches that needs to take place, but I think we are almost there. We are reaching the end time. So I think it's better not to do it today. And I think people are a bit exhausted from doing this activity. So in the interest of time and in the interest of everyone out here, I think let's defer the prepared speeches section to some other meeting. Obviously, we were quite keen on completing the prepared speeches for today. So with that, I think I would close the TMOT session and I would hand it over back to whom? I think I should hand it over back to Toastmaster Shobit. So Toastmaster Shobit, over to you.
Well, thank you so much, Toastmaster today. A big round of applause for this beautiful activity that he made us do. And he got all of us involved. Very rarely does this happen that we do not have a TT session and stuff like that, but we still have each and every member in the meeting involved. So kudos to you for that, Toastmaster Akshat. And yeah, time just flies by. And it's just the kind of activity you give, and then it got reciprocated with equal amount of enthusiasm, right? I was watching Batman, the Dark Knight yesterday. There's a dialogue there. That's what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Now that's what an unstoppable enthusiasm meets a very interesting topic. So that's something which happened today, and the whole of the time got consumed. The good part is that all of us, were involved, and none of us felt like it's stretching a bit. At the same time, what I also did was I did lose the track of time, and I had put in the group saying that speech is coming up. So I see now more people joining in to hear the speeches. Guys, those who joined in just now, like Sanskar, I can see. So guys, and Mr. Toastmaster Kumar is also there with us. Sir, I would like to apologize on behalf of this, this meeting today, that we overran the time, and hence the speeches are not happening today. We have deferred it to a later meeting, but I'm sure those who were a part of the session that happened today, we all are very grateful for that. Towards the end, we would like to have a quick word from the guests. I think in terms of the guests, we have Tejasvi here. Although Bala sir, you've already given your feedback on the three demos that you saw, but yes, and but still, if you could give us a bit more in terms of how do you think this teamwork session went, and what could be done better, we'll be all ears to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shobit. I was not there, like I said, I was not there from the beginning. I joined a bit late, not a bit late. I was almost towards the end. But thankfully, I was put in that meeting room where Jatin, Archita, and all were there, and they were kind enough to include me. Thank you for that as well. And Toastmaster Archit finally gave me this opportunity. I feel that was kind of making me inclusive. Really felt good about it. Yes, this is a different thing, right? We in Toastmasters, we always want to try out something different. And today I saw this thing. What is otherwise generally a team out will come up with a theme. Okay, discipline, time management, something like that. But here a team out comes up with a theme which makes you think, which makes you act, which makes you then speak. That is a different thing. I really kudos to that team out, Toastmaster Akshat, for that. It's wonderfully done. That is the only thing I have as a feedback. I do not have any negative part for today's meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much. We also have Mr. Girish here with us. Sir, if you could unmute yourself and have a chit chat with us. How did you find the session? Did you join us right from the beginning? Or if there's any feedback from your end? I think he's in a listening only mode. So yeah, that would be it. Toastmaster Sanskar, till when did you join us? Was it just right towards this part?
Just right, man. Yes, just right.
Okay. So we would love to have you again, probably in the next session where, we will have the speeches as well. We did a very wonderful activity. We'll share the details with you. Maybe you can try it out in your own club as well. Great. Mr. Anoop, yeah, you were a participator. You participated in the whole event. Tell me, how did you feel about it, and what was the experience like? I'm sure this has been your second or third or fourth, probably, the experience with us. Well, how was it different this time?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I already shared that in terms of experience within the stipulated time, the way teams came across with the pitch, that was pitch perfect, and all the teams came with a unique idea in terms of restaurant, etc. So rather than, I mean, as a project, it also gives you the kind of group setting what you have, how to contribute in those kind of projects. So it's also quite effective in that sense. So it was pretty good experience, and all teams had a unique idea, and the kind of as you rightly mentioned, it is more about experiences, and everyone tries to encash a different kind of experience or product, and all the ideas were pretty unique and making a lot of sense. So yeah,
Okay.
it was a
Thank
good.
you, sir. Thank you so much. And lastly, Toastmaster Tejasvi, how's your run with TMCL going?
Actually, this time I also find some kind of that I have to put pressure on my mind that I have to find out some ideas. What can I add? Actually, I have given the name that was Hawa Mahal. Two of the
Very nice.
suggestions was given by Toastmaster Suv, sorry, Kush, and he have given the explanation that he has gone to one restaurant that was in Europe, and there he found that there is some kind of persons. That restaurant is only for blind persons, and you
Hmm.
go only in dark, and the waiters are there are also blind.
Oh, wow.
Actually, and second idea he was that when you sit on the top floor of any building and there your whole restaurants move around,
Hmm.
then he called that you should select one. Then I found that first was more theoretical. We have to add more ideas like that. And actually, I am not that much interested in literature or such type of things. I have to give a proper thought for that.
Hmm.
And
Chalo,
I
good.
find
Hmm.
second thing is quite interesting, and this thing I really like is it is a type of presentation, and I think I have done my best.
Oh, no,
Whatever the
definitely,
heck,
definitely.
what may be the
Hmm.
result, but I have done my best, I think.
Definitely, definitely. That's the whole idea. It's not about the result, it's about the participation. And I just hope the whole endeavor or the reason that brings you to Toastmasters of thinking on your feet, of, expressing
Yes.
yourself and practicing to be a better communicator. I hope that gets conveyed, that gets, fulfilled. So that's what the whole idea is. Also, Kumar sir, you've also joined us towards the end. Um,
Yes,
what was the last thing you saw us doing, like that the moment you joined us? What were we doing at that time?
I just cannot remember because I was not with the meeting. So I have to apologize. I have to
Oh, no
apologize.
worries. Mhm.
I'm from
Great.
District 10.
Yeah. So just to give you a quick snapshot, sir, we did a fun activity where everybody was given a kind of a thought, and they had to develop a business idea around opening a restaurant. So there
Same
were three teams made. Yeah, sorry.
same topic or
The
different
same
topic.
topic. It was same topic to all the teams. Although the teams did not know that to begin with, we thought everybody would have a different topic. But our TMOD was very smart. He gave us all. So probably what I think is our TMOD is actually planning to start a restaurant, and that was his way of crowdsourcing. And that was very smartly done. So that way, it was a very, very nice little activity that we did, but it did consume our whole time. So we did not have any other sessions like a prepared speech or a table topic today, but we'll definitely have it the next time. With that, I think I've covered everyone, and yes, I hope you guys had a good time. So that over here, I would now officially close the meeting. I hope there is no team mod who would do that. Oh, sorry. Should I do it myself? That's fine, right? No essay, closing comments. Yeah, I am a bit, weak in terms of remembering the closure of the meetings. I remember the opening part, starting with the essay and the president, but the closure is something I tend to forget. Yes, Toastmaster of the day. Yes, yes, Akshat.
I just wanted to call out that thank you Toastmaster Shobit for actually making all of us proactive, especially with the kind of communication and notification that you have been doing in the last week. So I just hope that all of us continue with that good practice, and we all choose our roles and topics in time and not on time. So
Mm.
we give that heads up, and we are able to achieve it at least by max to max by midweek on the weekend.
Yes. Thank you so much for that encouragement. I think we all need that. Guys, please, I try to be, at the cost of being sounding foolish, I do try to put up very weird stuff so that I get people's attention in that role players group. So yeah, it will be great if people just step up and take up the roles in advance. And we can also have this agenda posted in the guest group if everybody agrees, so that there are regular guests now who are not part of the club, but they can be the role players as well. If adding to the role player group is fine, we can do that. Else, you can put the agenda in the guest group. If there's any idea, Toastmaster Jatin, Toastmaster Smita, any thoughts on these things? Else, yes, Jatin, yes.
So I didn't have. Okay, so I totally agree. I think we should set a timeline on when if the role members of the
Yeah.
two clubs are not able to fill in the roles, we should
Mm.
roll out a roster to people external to the clubs, and so that we have a full house and we can prepare the agenda in advance. And that
Yeah.
should come at least 2 days, at least 3 days in advance, that we roll out the roster for the remaining pending roles to people outside, to other clubs. And I think Toastmasters like Bala and I don't know, Sanskar, who joined us from other clubs, they would be more than happy to take these roles and help us out. Uh, and so that we can also prepare an agenda at once and stick to the agenda as we proceed with the meeting. But I had a couple of announcements that I wanted to make once we are done with the club business.
Over to you then. I'm done. I hand over the meeting to you for the final closure and the announcements. Yeah.
Cool. So I just I think upcoming while the club, I think TMCL is anyways gearing up to finish the term on a high by in this last week by multiple people going for the Triple Crown Award by finishing their third level in this year, and also in the process completing multiple educational goals for the club in order to achieve the President's Distinguished status. We are also in need of a few members to achieve that status. So anybody who's willing, of, or if you are willing to join the club and help out in this collaboration, you are more than welcome to do so. We are still looking for at least 3 members. And along with that, we also, so with this was for Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. Toastmasters Club of Lucknow belongs to area F2, for which I am currently fortunate enough to serve as the area director. And we at area are looking to do a meetup of all the clubs in the area, which is area F2. So right now we have, or till yesterday, we had Awadh Hindi Toastmasters Club of Lucknow, IDEMIA, Iris 1 and Iris 2 Suffolk. We also have 2 new entrants in the area. Hopefully they are willing to join as well. They are still yet to be charted, but their papers have been sent out in process of being. So we have Infosys NCR Toastmasters Club and IDEMIA Factory Toastmasters Club that are supposed to join the area. So we are planning to do a area meetup next weekend, which is on 28th, 29th June. So if people in Noida, so people who are around or okay to travel, are more than happy to join in and celebrate with the rest of the clubs in the community. I know Shobit will be there. Asank is going to travel as well. Archita, just
Online.
it would be in person, sir, in Noida.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But I am not from your area, Jatin. It's an area meetup. What to do now?
The problem is, the thing is, even by virtue of having these joint meetings, you become part of extended family, at least for this term. While the association with TMCL has been known, being being past TMCL member, we also have so people who are already part of TMCL community, that we have a group called TMCL Forever. It is for people like Shobit, who had once become a TMCL member, are always a TMCL member. But yes, that is true. He's also been the immediate past division director. So by virtue of all these so many things, and husband of our immediate past area director, So all these associations keep you in place. But yes, so the invitation goes out to people who are outside. If you're willing to join in, please let us know by Monday or Tuesday so that we can take care of the count and plan accordingly. And last but not least, I think that was pretty much it. We are coming to the end of the term, coming to the end of meeting, but hopefully we will. I'm just looking at Smita ji and she's looking at her calendar and her purse if she's planning to book immediate Saturday morning tickets. But if not, that's it from my end. If the SA wants to end the meeting officially, over to you, Archita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jatin. You have covered lots of things at one go. And the meeting was so good. I just enjoyed the activity Toastmaster Akshat conducted. And I have no announcements for now. I think Toastmaster Jatin has covered all of that. So I now officially end this meeting. Thank you everyone for joining.